Adobe Lightroom is a light editing software similar to Photoshop. Lightroom is only used for editing photos. It's mostly used by photography professionals. Today I'll be showing you how to do a basic photo edit and how to turn that edit into a preset here inside Lightroom. So this is what Lightroom looks like when you open it. We need to import the image that you want to work on. You need to click on the import button in the lower left of the screen. You need to go to the folder that your image is in. When you find the image you want to edit, click on it and click the import button in the lower right. I'm using this photo from one of my mother's photography sessions. Thanks, Mom! Once the image is imported, it will show up here. Make sure it's selected and then click on Develop at the top of the screen. In the top right of the screen is your histogram. This shows you the levels of highlight, shadows, and color in the image. There are two little triangles at the top of the histogram. The one on the right shows you highlight clipping, and the one on the left shows you shadow clipping. As you can see, the blue shows where the shadows are too dark, and the red shows where the highlights are too bright. Now we can begin editing the image. I first start with brightness and contrast. Turning up the exposure will increase the brightness, which you want to do since this photo is a little dark. Turning up contrast is more of an aesthetic choice, but I will increase it just a little bit to get more of a pop. I'm going to increase the highlights and the shadows a little. I'm also going to increase the blacks to try to reduce some of the clipping. This image is also a little bit blue, so I'm going to use a temperature slider to increase it to the yellow side just a little bit to warm up the image. Now I'm going to crop the image to remove the part of the wall on the left that I don't like very much. Click on the Crop tab and make sure that the lock in the top right is closed. This keeps the proportions of the image the same as you crop. Now I'm going to drag my crop handle to where I'd like to crop. This looks good. I removed the part of the wall and I also put the image a little bit more into a rule of thirds, which is aesthetically pleasing. When you like where you crop, just hit the Enter key on the keyboard to crop the image. Now we can do some brush work. By the way, any work done with a brush or cropping will not be saved in your preset, but since I'm showing you basic editing, might as well show you this too. I want to use the Heal brush to remove distractions and blemishes. Click on this tab and make sure the brush is set to Heal, not Clone. Then change the brush size to fit the size of what you're healing and click on that spot. Lightroom will automatically choose another spot on the photo to replace what you want gone. If you don't like the choice Lightroom made, you can manually change it to wherever you would like just by clicking and dragging. I'm going to touch up some of the brick in the wall as well as spots on his face. Now that's done, let's enhance his eyes a little. Click on the Brush tab and make sure it's set to New. Then click on the drop down and click on the brush tool you would like to use. I'm going to use Enhance Iris to make his irises brighter. You can use the little image in the top left to move around your image as well. I'm going to now click on this other eye, and boom, it took me exactly where I wanted to go. I'm going to use the tool on this eye as well. Now that that's done, I'm going to make the darker parts of his eye stand out more. I'm going to click on New again in the Brush tab, and click on that same drop-down menu. This time, I'm going to choose the Burn tool. I'm going to drag this brush along his lash line, around the edges of his iris, and the little bits of his pupils that you can see. Now I'm done with the editing. I like what I did, and now I want to save it as a preset to use on my other images. In the preset box on the left, click on the plus button. This will bring you to a new menu. You will want to put your preset into a group so that you'll be able to find it easier. You can either create a new one or add it to an existing group. I already have one created, so I'm just going to add it to that. You'll also want to name it. I'm going to name mine Preset 1. Once you have that done, make sure what you want to be included in the preset is checked off. I want everything, so I'm just going to click on Create. Now my preset is saved. I'm going to double click on the image at the bottom of the screen and select Create Virtual Copy. This creates a copy of the image that I have here. I'm going to make sure I have the copy selected and click on the Reset button in the bottom right. This resets the image to how it looked when I imported it. I want to now apply the preset that I just created to it. I'm going to click on my preset in the preset menu, and boom, there it is. And that is how you do a basic edit and save that edit as a preset here inside Lightroom.